Carolina State, number 7, J.J. Hickson. At forward from Italy, number 8, Danilo Gallinari. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 10, Aaron Aflalo. And at forward from Morehead State, number 35, the Manimal, Kenneth Furry. At guard from North Carolina, number 3, I feel the need for speed, Ty Lawson. Brian Shaw is your head coach.
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And the Nuggets on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. They're still within reach of that 8th spot, just one game back.
And Kevin, remember, this is the second and final time they'll see these guys. So they want to make sure that things are different this time. I would look for them to really attack and play aggressively early on.
Well, I think that's a given, Steve. They've got to. I mean, if they want to get a different result. I'm sure they took something away from that game, so let's find out if they can put that knowledge to use for them here in this one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Chen in at the 1 spot. Lawson with him. Right now averaging 15 points a game. And that one, no good to start him off on the night.
Ty Lawson, the former 18th overall pick back in 2009. Super quick, athletic point guard who looks to push the pace. He's been the perfect fit in the Nuggets' up-tempo offense.
Here's Carroll. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Korver dishes to Horford. 3 on the clock. 11 feet away. Korver, good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Lawson. Now Hickson inside.
J.J. Hickson, an absolute beast on the boards. Actually waived by the Kings back in 2012. Started 80 games the following season in Portland before signing a 3-year deal going into last year with the Denver Nuggets.
Shooting for Denver.
Clark, you talked about Hickson. He started at center for the Blazers 2 seasons ago.
You know, he's 6'9", a little undersized for that position, but he's physical enough to throw his weight around with anybody. Not a big-time shot blocker or defender, but his activity and his offensive ability make him a force in the middle.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Boy, J.J. Hickson was drafted into the NBA after just 1 season at NC State, and he's rounded into a quality player. A strong rebounder, he's got great activity at both ends, has a decent mid-range touch as well, and when he finishes, he does so with power.
Now, here is Lawson. Dishes it to Hickson. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And for J.J. Hickson, an athletic, physical player, certainly, Steve, he fits with the Nuggets style, it seems.
So, yeah, the way they come at you in transition and in waves and, you know, all those big men offensive rebounding. That's a good fit, but, you know, he had to deal with that ACL tear back in March of 2014. So he's just rounding back into shape and trying to find his explosion again. Well, Denver in the post-Melo years has been a collection of good players, but you always have to wonder if they'll have a low ceiling because this team does not have a so-called superstar.
And he's good on the second. At that point, Denver has done well without what most would call a superstar, but obviously that takes its toll come playoff time.
It really does. I mean, you need somebody that you can really rely on as your go-to guy, the one who gets it done for you in the clutch, and they haven't quite established that player, and yet they're still competitive.
Not really the start they wanted. They missed 3 of their first 4 shots from the field.
And there's the basket on the shot from Chen.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He said to his guys that they can take advantage of this defense if they just work as hard as possible to find the gaps on the floor. Concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And here's Atlanta. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. There's the feed to Horford. That drops. Horford's got 6 points.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Follow the pass to Lawson. Rebounded by Korver. The Hawks leading by 9. Pass to Millsap. Here's the captain, Dixon covering. No good from Chen.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Lawson kicks to Gallinari. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Releases. The Nuggets with another miss.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Chen passes to Korver. He kicks it to Carroll. Here is Korver. He's guarded by Afflalo. 4 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And stolen by Lawson. Pass to Hickson. To the left wing. Lawson with it. Now defended by Chen. Horford with the block. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
6 seconds.
You know, in the second half of the season, you get an idea of the Nuggets and where they stand statistically now. 4th in free throw percentage, 7th in steals, and they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
Yeah, you look at the free throw shooting, Clark. It's very impressive. They've been in the top 5, as you talked about, and it's a result of a lot of effort, a lot of concentration. And when you shoot them that well, then you gain confidence and you really start attacking the rim because you want to go to the free throw line to shoot.
The Hawks leading by 7. Well, Steve, Kenneth Faried really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball field.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, never let anybody do that on you again. And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So tough love, but apparently it worked.
And the shot is good. The captain's got 5 points so far.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Faried, right side, to the middle.
And you talk about Faried's upbringing. His mother, a high school basketball star in her own right, was fighting for her life against the autoimmune disease of lupus. She demanded that he battle just as hard on the court. And you can't discount that in driving Faried to his greatness.
But Kenneth Faried ending up setting an NCAA record for career rebounds. He said he felt like every rebound was another day for his mother. And now, happily, she's doing better, and he's playing the game he was born to play.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hickson. Chandler comes in for Faried. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. To change it up. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. On the court for Atlanta. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Chen in at the point. McGee sets the pick for Lawson. Aflalo right side, and it's blocked. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here's Chen, and some very quick points for him on that possession. The captain's got 7.
Well, and this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Now, we've seen a burst of energy from these guys, and their offense really starting to click.
McGee in the corner. Back to Lawson. McGee sets the pick for Lawson. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the bucket. Lawson's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Carroll kicks to Horford. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, well, they'll run away with this one.
Now, here is Robinson. Defense right on him. And Aflalo kicks to Robinson. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. Chen passes it to Carroll. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Inside, out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard, and they're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Robinson dishes to Lawson. Back to Robinson. Wants to get it to Faried and does. Feeds it to Robinson. Lawson outside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Lawson's got 4 this quarter.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
From 11 feet away, that one wide left.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Robinson kicks to Lawson. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 5 assists in the game. The Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Carroll passes to Chen, puts one up from 19, and the jumper is on the mark. The captain's got 9.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Lawson outside. Robinson left side. Rebound Atlanta. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but Didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Lawson kicks to Robinson. Afflalo outside. Lawson outside. Shoots. No good. Nice D from Chen. Hawks have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Millsap, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
And Lawson, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Lawson's got 8 points. Passes it to Korver. With 1 on the clock, it's blocked. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Hawks lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. Something we're doing well right now is spacing and shot selection, and we're shooting it pretty well. Getting open, getting looks, and making sure to make the pass when you don't see something. And I don't want us moving things along too quickly to start the third quarter. A casual tempo will suit us just fine right now. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
The Hawks leading. Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Lawson and Afflalo are the 1 and 2. And it's Hickson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Brian Shaw starts the second half with. Nuggets shooting well. They're at 45%. Kicks it to Afflalo. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense. Ty Lawson's somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
He dishes it to Hickson. Horford with the rebound.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
And for Lawson, the issue defensively, not so much getting overpowered, Clark. There's just certain shots he can't get to.
Yeah, well, he's not the biggest guard. I mean, he's actually one of the smaller guards we have in the league, but he's powerful, he's explosive. And he does on occasion get outsized, and he just has to do the best he can in those situations.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, JaVale McGee has all the tools necessary to be a great player, but often he can be his own greatest obstacle. But he and Coach Shaw are working on that. Coach Shaw said, "I'm just trying to get him to slow down." That's what we've been working on with him, just to slow down so he can use the gifts that he has, his length and his athletic ability. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And as you said, McGee is so gifted athletic. The Nuggets trail by 6. And the pass to Hickson. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound, Atlanta. Millsap's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here. His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Watson outside. Now the dish to Hickson. Watson the pass to Fareed. Can't get it to go.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
A different look for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hickson. And it's Foy in for Aaron Aflalo. Atlanta also making some changes here. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Ken Bazemore comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Teague in for Kyle Korver.
Well, you talk about effort and energy being a skill. Some people talk about those things as skills. And Kenneth Fareed is a 10 out of 10 in that category. A 6'7" power forward. His athleticism and relentless motor allow him to play much bigger than that.
5 to shoot. Teardrop shot. The Nuggets trail by 5. Onari with it, picked up by Teague. Gallinari dishes to Lawson. Rebound by the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Bazemore passes to Chen. Soft touch off the glass. The captain's got 8 here in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Lawson kicks to Mozgov. There's a screen. Fareed with a clean look. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Atlanta leading by 5. Out to the right wing. And Bazemore kicks to Teague. Here's Bazemore. Gallinari covering. Cannot hit. And Denver the other way now. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, there was a lack of discipline on their part in that game, guys. They committed a lot of silly fouls, and it hurt them.
It sure did. I mean, they just didn't seem to figure out how to defend without fouling, Steve. That was just almost hard to comprehend.
The Nuggets have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Nice shooting.
Oh, Clark, he's disrupting the offense.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Here's Aflalo. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Atlanta up by 11. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next.
This Friday, March 13th, Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. Live from U.S. Airways Center. Make sure to catch it.
about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. And I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
The Nuggets trail by 11. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Chen in at the 1. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Here's Hickson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, I like the way he carved out just enough space to get his hands on the missed shot and then rattle the rim on the putback.
And the gap narrows.
They're closing it fast.
Well, that's the effort of a team ready to fight back into this game.
Carroll kicks to Korver. Tries it from 19. No good from Chen.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Gallinari dishes to Afflalo. Screen by Fareed. Gallinari with a screen for Afflalo. Clock at 4. Gallinari wide open. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Korver kicks to Carroll. Pass to Chen. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fareed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Robinson passes to Hickson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hawks?
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Here's Carroll. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Aaron Afflalo.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Robinson. The Nuggets trail by 12. And Afflalo kicks to Hickson. Fareed a screen on Horford. Gallinari dishes to Lawson. Tries again. Fareed, no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. The feed to Korver. Dishes to Horford. And Fareed sends it back. Lawson outside. Drains it from 17 feet out. Atlanta with the ball. From 12 feet out. Knocks it down in the bucket from Chen. The captain's got 21 in the game.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
And Lawson with the drive. The Nuggets moving the ball around. From deep Afflalo. Here's Fareed. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
That free throw good from Fareed. Both free throws good from Kenneth Faried.
You look at NBA defenses now, more and more they're designed to deny points in the paint and three-pointers and concede long twos. That's the impact of analytics because the numbers indicate the long two is the lowest percentage shot to take.
To the paint, taken away. Oh, and here comes Korver all alone. And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 12.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
Drop it like it's hot. The pigs try to get it. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Get an attitude. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. So through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And you know, it seems players are starting to avoid those long twos early in the shot clock.
Yeah, and especially the elite scorers, becoming much more conscious about their shot selection. Last season, the top 5 scorers were more efficient than at any time since the ABA-NBA merger almost 4 decades ago.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's good. Nice touch from Chen. The Captains got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. He feeds it to Kira. He kicks it to Korver. Passes it to Chen. Puts it up from 17. And the jumper falls for him. The Captains got 25 points in the game.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
And here's Lawson. From 10 feet out. And that is good. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Chen, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Well, they might as well continue to pull up and let it fly.
Now Lawson. Pass to Faried. Lawson kicks to Faried. And that one falls coming off Lawson's feet. And that's now 9 points for Kenneth Faried. The Hawks leading by 10. Goes up to the stripe. No good off the back of the rim.
And you know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
And Lawson with the drive. Tries from 7. Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter.
And now just watching the clock wind down and what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
Clark, this was a physical game.
Yeah, but the awareness they had offensively to penetrate really was the difference.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
They simply refused to let their opponent off the hook in either game of this season series. That's why they're going to finish the year with a record of 2-0 against the Nuggets.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the captain. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Horford in the post. Hickson covering. Horford gets the bucket.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Feeds to Hickson. Buries it down low.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Here is Korver to the inside. Here's Chen in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted to win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we